Mr. Ellsberg stated tensions over Taiwan didn't appear as pressing in 2017. But the uptick in saber-rattling, he pointed to a recent cover of the Economist magazine that labeled Taiwan the most dangerous place on earth, and a latest opinion column by the Times' Thomas L. Friedman titled, "Is There a War Coming Between China and the US?" prompted him to conclude it was necessary to get the knowledge into better public view. Michael Szonyi, a Harvard University historian and writer of a guide about one of the offshore islands on the coronary heart of the disaster, Cold War Island, Quemoy, on the front line, referred to as the fabric's availability hugely interesting. Any new confrontation over Taiwan may escalate, and officers right this moment can be asking themselves the same questions that these folks were asking in 1958, he stated, linking the dangers created by dramatic miscalculations and misunderstandings throughout critical planning for the use of nuclear weapons in 1958 and right this moment's tensions. Mr. Ellsberg stated he additionally had one more reason for highlighting his publicity of that materials. Now 90, he stated he wished to tackle the danger of turning into a defendant in a check case, difficult the Justice Department's rising observe of utilizing the Espionage Act to prosecute officers who leak info. Enacted throughout World War I, the Espionage Act makes it against the law to retain or disclose, without authorization, defense-related info that would hurt the United States or help a overseas adversary. Its wording covers everybody, not solely spies, and it doesn't enable defendants to urge juries to acquit on the premise that disclosures had been in the general public curiosity. Using the Espionage Act to prosecute leakers was as soon as uncommon. In 1973, Mr. Ellsberg himself was charged below it earlier than a choose throughout the fees as a result of authorities' misconduct. The first profitable such conviction was in 1985. But it has now turned out to be routine for the Justice Department to convey such prices. Most of the time, defendants strike plea offers to keep away from lengthy sentences, so there isn't any enchantment. The Supreme Court has not confronted questions on whether or not the regulation's wording or application trammels First Amendment rights, saying the Justice Department ought to cost him for his open admission that he disclosed the categorized examen concerning the Taiwan disaster without authorization. Mr. Ellsberg stated he would deal with his protection in a method that might tee the First Amendment points up for the Supreme Court. "I will, if indicted, be asserting my belief that what I am doing, like what I've done in the past, is not criminal," he stated, arguing that utilizing the Espionage Act to criminalize classified truth-telling in the public interest is unconstitutional.